Greetings. This is going to be a collective energy reading. First and foremost, Holy Spirit, casting away all dark energies sent to harm or disturb me, my loved ones, and you. All right, so as I was picking up my Tarot Oracle cards, the first card that I seen was to keep going. All right, you're being called to really take the first step when it comes to something that you've really been wanting to do, and to also keep moving, keep striving. Okay, little steps forward are better than steps back. All right, so whoever I'm talking to, definitely don't be too hard on yourself. There's definitely someone around you that could be going through some type of tower moment, or it's like a lot of upheaval happening in someone's lives. Okay, so you will be able to tell who is going through this hard moment because this individual is suffering from body odor. All right, body odor is a sign of negativity, and it's also a sign of a lack of spiritual purity. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and clarify those cards. But listen, at the bottom of the deck, the justice card. So the divine definitely has called justice on someone, and they're not able to hide the things that they're doing in secret, like whatever they're doing in the background, like they're not able to hide it anymore. Which is why, like, the negative energy that they have is definitely manifesting in the form of body odor. Holy Spirit, please clarify this justice card, clarify this body odor, clarify this tower moment. I ain't gonna take that. That was too much. Clarify this tower call, Holy Spirit. Yeah. All right. So, first and foremost, when it comes to whoever's going through this tower moment, it is an abrupt revelation of truths being revealed. Knight of Swords came out in reverse. So, somebody is trying really hard to hide something, but they're not able to hide it. Okay. And the reason why they're not able to hide it is literally because of you. Because the fact that you're continuing to follow your intuition, that is leading and making it more prevalent for judgment to be called on this individual. All right. And you going through this rebirth is definitely allowing you to be in a better space. All right. You taking the solitude and really being honest about why you're doing it. You're definitely thinking about things before you're doing them. You're not just making rash decisions, you're fully thinking about things. And that is a really good space for you to be in, because the divine is definitely giving you your flowers at this point and letting you know to keep going. Okay. It might be slow movement, but it's going to start speeding up soon. All right. Yeah, so like this emperor came out in reverse. So it's like maybe in the past, like you really didn't have the best boundaries. All right, but you definitely do have a lot of forward momentum, and it is because you're moving in your truth. All right, you probably in the past, like you probably had an issue with not telling the truth, not really living in your truth, but you're definitely able to accept yourself more fully now, and you're being more moved with love, and that's really good because your perseverance is very prevalent into your forward momentum at this time. So make sure that you remain in focus, and most importantly, be at peace with the decisions that you are making. Okay. So somebody could be going through some type of moment where it feels very chaotic. It feels like, it's just a lot going on. There will be a positive outcome to this situation as long as you follow your intuition and make sure you take the time to okay, take the time to breathe when it comes to whatever that you're dealing with. People could be going around doing whatever. Make sure that you are remaining grounded, you are remaining present, and you are taking the time to take that time. All right. Do not feel rushed to do anything that you're not comfortable with. Holy Spirit, clarify this Five of Swords in reverse. Yeah, it's like you're expressing yourself because you're calling it out. Like you're calling out who is not being real. You feel me? Like you calling out who's lying, who's not telling the truth, who's beating around the bush. Like you're definitely speaking on shit that needs to be spoken on. And that's really good. All right, you are definitely in the spotlight at this time. So there are going to be individuals that are going to try to test your patience. All right, because they want to see how you're going to react and things of that nature. You're not a toy. All right, if you feel like somebody's trying to test your patience, the best thing for you to do is walk the fuck away from them. All right, let them watch from the outside. All right, because if this is an individual that is meant to be in your bubble, in your circle, in your vicinity, all right, they need to be willing to meet you where you at. You no longer meeting people where they at. All right, you either with it or you're gonna get left. That's the type of energy that you need to be on, because you definitely have someone in your energy, like they're trying to cause you to have like emotional challenges. They want you to doubt yourself, which is why somebody may be, chatting. And it's because they feel overwhelmed. This individual don't know where the fuck, they don't know what they doing. All right. And if you have been feeling a sense of stagnancy lately, it is going to be moving pretty soon, okay? Especially once you get away from this individual that is trying to cause you to doubt yourself. All right? Mm-hmm. Like whoever's in your energy is like they're refusing to make the necessary changes they need to make in order for them to move forward. They're completely unbalanced and they are no longer able to manifest because it seems as though somebody was trying to manifest something. Wow. Clarify this Ace of Wands in reverse, Holy Spirit. Somebody was trying to manifest, like somebody was trying to take your blessings, like, and they see that they hit a brick wall every time they try, but it's like they keep trying and trying and trying, which is why now they stink. Okay, you have a lot of clarity. Everything that you're doing, you are on the right path. This is your message for you to know you are on the right path. All right, you're gonna have people that's gonna try to knock you off your square. Definitely continue to turn to the Most High and keep your head on the swivel. All right, because somebody being weird. And if you've been feeling a little bit excluded lately, expect some changes coming in when it comes to that. Okay, you're definitely going to be meeting a lot of individuals that are going to make you feel included. Yeah, it's going to be a very harmonious relationships coming in for you. All right, and that's flat. So they're going to be very passionate about you. They're going to be as passionate as you are. Okay, your wish fulfillment is going to be you really standing in your strength and being courageous. Okay, not being too hard on yourself. All right, nobody's perfect. Nobody walking this earth is perfect. We all stumble, but listen, if we fall, we get right the fuck back up. Right, we moving forward momentum. All right, so just make sure that you're continuing to practice your healing. All right, and when you're doing your inner child healing, when you're doing your shadow work, it might get a little bit overwhelming. If you start to feel overwhelmed, take a break from it. Okay, take your time to meditate, take your time to pray. All right, and also you could pray for strength and even more courage to get this done, but the fact that you're doing it is a really huge step that a lot of people never make it to. All right, so give yourself credit for where you are. Okay, and that's gonna help you to move forward with it. All right, clarify this what is it, clarify this 9 of cups. Yeah, this 9 of cups, 5 of cups, Holy Spirit. Because like little by little you are starting to release the past. All right, so sometimes you do have to take a pause to gain perspective to see where you are now compared to where you were 6 months ago, 3 months ago, 1 week ago. Okay, you have to do that, and that's going to help you to stay present for you to actually acknowledge all the changes that you are making. All right, because whoever I'm talking to, you're very authentic. Okay, like you just got to remain positive, especially when it comes to yourself. Yeah, because like you have a lot of seeds that's about to sprout. Whoever I'm talking to, you went through some type of tower moment, and you could have been going through hell, but you remained your confident. I said you remained your confident. You remained in your confidence. All right, and you have a lot of abundance coming your way, and it's gonna have you to feel even more gratuitous for the blessings that you are gonna be receiving. You definitely have a new beginning that is coming into you. Come out this new beginning, Holy Spirit. And this new beginning is going to come in the form of closure, especially when it comes to gaining closure by seeking knowledge. The more that you find out, the more that you pray, it's also going to help to build your confidence more and more and more. Bottom of the deck with this Empress. So I'm definitely talking to somebody that's a divine being. So you definitely need to do some self love affirmations to really, be able to fully stand within your power and to not feel bad. Okay. It's a lot of things that you will have to walk away from, and there's a lot of individuals in your energy that are unable to move forward. It's individuals from your past, and it's like they can't move forward. Mm. they're not able to move forward, and somebody is taking great offense to you stepping into this success and this happiness, and also with this emotional stability. This individual seems very, very bitter. Like, I can't lie, the energy that I'm picking up, they're dark as fuck. And it's like a whole bunch of confusion and chaos, because it's like they wish the worst for you. It's like they wanted the worst for you, but it's like the Most High is still blessing you, literally. And the Most High is mainly blessing you because you're taking pure action towards your dreams, towards your goals, and you're also practicing self control. Because somebody was definitely talking some shit in the background, and they look stupid now. Because you have a lot of options. Like, somebody wanted you to not have any options on where you was going. They didn't want you to look towards your future, but you definitely are. Okay. Yeah, and you have a clear direction. So with these two cards, this is your message that yes, you have things that you want to do. Yes, you are excited about doing these things, but the Most High is letting you know to move in silence at this time, because right now you don't know. You don't know who's smiling in your face, who has secret animosity. Da, 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 da. All right. So if you're not sure, take it as a motherfucking no, bro. And this is a fact, because you don't know who's trying to block you in the background. All right. So make your move. If you still want to communicate your moves and talk about where you going, do it after you did it. You feel me? Announce your moves after you make the moves. All right. And that's going to make it more smoother for you to walk into it. All right. So you're not going up and down. You feel me? So you just, because this is the healing journey. Okay. We trying to have forward momentum. We're not trying to keep falling back to get back up, to get down. All right, because there's somebody in energy that's very lazy, and it comes to money. It's like they just want everything to be handed to them. But I said wanted, so maybe you're not around this individual anymore, but there's still an old dog, doing the same old tricks. Like, this motherfucker do not want to change. Ew, I do not like it, bro. Um, what else the collective need to know, Holy Spirit? Yeah, like, you have a lot of teamwork, and it's a lot of progress being made for you. Okay, it might be like a little bit slow, and like I said, it's because you need to kind of like cleanse your energy at this time. All right, if you've been feeling exhausted lately, look forward to having a renewed type of energy coming in pretty soon. Okay, and it's because you are releasing a lot of anxieties and fears as you're in this period of solitude, and also as you're doing your soul searching and your shadow work and your inner child healing. All right, so you're definitely getting to the nitty gritty, and you're doing a great job. I don't know if anybody told you, or even if you told yourself, you got to start bigging up yourself. All right, you got this. I got this. Okay, like, that's how you got to be moving. All right. Because you're learning from trial and error. Listen, none of us was here before to do this. And if we was, we don't got to remember. Okay? And as you do your soul searching, as you become more enlightened, you're going to start to remember, and you're going to start to, oh, I did set my crown down. Let me pick that bitch up and put it back on. All right? That's the energy, bro. That's the energy. And listen, high pieces came out in reverse again. So somebody definitely needs to take a vow of silence when it comes to talking about the things that you want to do and the things that you are doing. Because there's definitely somebody lurking in the shadows. Okay. They lurking in the shadows because they want you to feel some type of way, because they feel some type of way. Somebody is big mad because of your forward momentum. And it's like, you might not even be saying shit. All right, people might be looking at your pictures on social media, zooming in your pictures, a bunch of weird ass shit. But listen, make sure you remain in balance, especially emotionally. All right? What else, Holy Spirit? Somebody mad as shit, bro. And they're mad because it is victory. You have had the victory, and you will keep having victories. All right? Just make sure that you're being confident within yourself, and you're also being assertive when it comes to you and your pets. At the end of the day, this is your life. All right? You have free will, and you chose to become enlightened. So continue to stand in that power and be proud of yourself where you're at. It's not perfect. You're not perfect, but you're getting there. All right. So somebody definitely needs to be a little nicer to yourself, a lot nicer to yourself. All right. Because right now you could be having power struggles when it comes to your shadow. All right. So you gotta have a balance between your light and your dark. And that is why we do shadow work. All right. Anything. Yeah. And you also got to stand in your power when it comes to being consistent and also being on a good routine. So definitely somebody you could definitely write it down. Write down what you want to do for the day. Like maybe the night before you could write down, what you want to do, or you could just make a little plan, okay? Don't just wing it. Don't just wing it, especially when it comes to the shadow work. Like there's a lot of, good websites out there. I can lie. When I did my shadow work, I just Googled shadow work and I wrote down the questions that I had to write down. And then when I was in a good headspace, where I was balanced, chill, cool, that's when I went and dived into it. And then also make sure you have like a personal shadow work journal and make sure that nobody has access to it. Okay. You are not talking about the shadow work and the inner child healing that you're doing with anybody. You are keeping that to yourself. And it's not to say that it's a secret, but you're still healing. All right. So you don't know as you continue to work through this with your shadow work, your soul searching, and your inner child healing, there are going to be some triggers that pop up and you could confuse yourself by discussing it with others. All right. And that can lead to spiritual psychosis. So you're being called to not discuss it with anybody else. Keep it between you and the Most High. Okay. And if it's something that's, kind of difficult for you to deal with, definitely pray about it. All right. But you're being called to really not talk to any individuals around you. I know you may trust them, you may love them, things of that nature, but you're being called to keep some shit to yourself. All right, because it is personal. You don't got to share everything with people just because this person loves you. This person cares about you, but they also don't need to know every little thing that you got going on. All right. So you're definitely working on stepping out of your comfort zone, and it's helping you close out of a very hard cycle. And it's due to you remaining grounded and also being more mature. Okay. And a big part of that maturity is keeping some stuff to yourself. Okay. Learning when to move in silence. All right. So with this lovers card, you definitely have unions, bonds. You have a lot of self-love going on. And if you're not really resonating with that energy, this is your message to know that practice some more self-love practices, practice some more self-care practices. All right. Nurture yourself. Okay. Double card came right up right after that. All right, you definitely have somebody in your energy, and they are in double energy. Like this motherfucker is horrible, bro. I'm gonna use another deck. Like this motherfucker horrible. Like you stink, you mad, you salty. Fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, and it's because someone is salty because you're kind, because you're compassionate. Like because whatever comes your way, whatever things come your way, you're not turning bitter. You're not turning, angry and being all fucked up. And if you have a moment where you get angry and you get sad, that's not something that you're sitting in. You feel me? You're really working on healing yourself. Yeah, like this person's reality is completely shifted because they realize that they are fucked up, but it seems as though this person does not give a fuck, bro. I can't lie. And it's like the more that you let go of hatred, the more and more this individual ends up in a stalemate. So continue on your journey. All right, continue to be defensive, continue to be strong willed. Do not go back to the past. Keep your forward momentum, keep your tunnel vision. All right, because you are the light. Ain't no light at the end of the tunnel. You are the light in the motherfucking tunnel. All right? Because this is how the world is turning. With this Wheel of Fortune, you are walking right into your abundant season. You are walking into the season where your wishes and your desires are becoming a reality. All right? So you're being called to step into that energy. All right? Accept that energy. Make yourself be in the energy of receiving. And it starts with self love. All right? Anticipate that to come through. All right. And you're also going to be discovering something. And when it comes to your like new beginnings, it has something to do with your innocence in a situation. So maybe somebody spread some rumors or some lies, says something horrible about you. And, your innocence is definitely being proven as time moves forward. Clarify this fool card, Holy Spirit. Yeah, and it's because whoever was talking shit, like they didn't think about the long term. Like they just thought about, oh, if I talk about this person, and they gonna hear about it, they gonna get mad, they gonna crash out, da da da. And they realized that you did the complete opposite of that. And that motherfucker did not prepare for that, and that's their fucking problem. You are literally, I'm not making it up. You are walking into your abundance era. It's gonna be very luxurious. You definitely are gonna be rewarded for all the efforts that you're making. All right, and it's gonna leave a lot of motherfuckers heartbroken. Wah wah wah. All right. So make sure that You are remaining compassionate and empathic, definitely for yourself, okay? This love that you have for yourself, definitely, use that love to nurture those around you that are pouring into you the same way you're pouring into them, okay? Because, the things that you're passionate about is definitely helping you. Somebody also could be in like some type of therapy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So make sure you're staying in your therapy. All right, because you're learning about the art of giving and receiving reciprocity. That's what you're learning, and that's going to help you so much when it comes to you reuniting with your soul tribe, you reuniting with, your twin flame connection, or even if you're currently in a connection, definitely it will help your bond to grow stronger as you're able to cope with this, knowing the difference between it. Okay? Anything else they need to know in closing, Holy Spirit? Mm-hmm. That's just what I said. You're finding balance every day. You see how he's balanced? This shit wouldn't stay like this if he wasn't balanced. All right, so you're definitely, finding balance. You're learning how to manage your time better. You're learning how to be more consistent. And you're also learning how to be more practical when it comes to your goals. And you're definitely practicing patience. All right, and you're following your intuition to do that. So that's really good because you have a lot of wisdom, and that's what allows you to be so independent, to not be a follower. Okay, there's a lot of individuals that they need a group, they need a peanut gallery and able to do what they're doing because they need that instant validation. You don't need that. All right, but you're going to be receiving it as well. All right, so that's really good. Carve out the top priestess, queen of swords, Holy Spirit. Mm-hmm. And your justice is going to be this King of Wands. This justice is going to be someone that is going to stand up for you, someone that is going to be able to stand on their own 2 feet, someone that is going to be independent just like you are. You are not going to be linking with individuals that are followers, that are weak, that are the. Okay, they're going to be like minded individuals on the same frequency and wavelength as you. So that's really good. And it's literally because of your strength and your bravery. All right. Because you really overcame a big obstacle and it had a lot to do with teamwork and collaboration. So look forward to a lot of working together. You definitely have a lot of love coming your way. Like, just make sure that you remain focused, focusing on your growth and your learning. And remember, as you're doing this inner child healing, these self-love affirmations, make sure, like, if it gets to be a little bit overwhelming, put it down, take a break, do some breathing exercises, chill, relax, and then you could go back to it. All right, so you're definitely in a really good space. Justice definitely is being called with this stinky motherfucker in the background that's wilding. They really can't do anything, and that's why they're imploding and they're going crazy. But if you didn't get anything from this message, you are being called to follow your intuition. Make sure you're remaining emotionally balanced. Do not let anybody try to poke at you to make you grow up. If you see somebody poking at you, and you see somebody is really trying to test your patience, once you notice that, walk away because they want that reaction, because they're feeding off of that reaction. Don't give them the satisfaction. All right, because you are strong, you are brave, you are courageous, you are beautiful, you are intelligent, you are smart, you are loved, you are powerful. Keep standing in that power. All right. If this resonated, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Continue to live and love and light. Bye.